If I told you that I've been divorced 3 times, what does that make you think about me? Be honest. Does it mean that I'm a failure? That I'm a quitter? That I'm a bad mom? That I'm terrible at picking partners? That there's something wrong with me? That I don't take marriage seriously? Maybe you're thinking,
Whoa, wait a minute. This woman says she has been divorced 3 times. There are so many women out here who cannot get a man to commit that I would think that women would be angry when they hear something like this, because
like, when do you get a partner? Like, when does marriage come into play? Because if you're doing good,
how can they not get a husband, but this woman got 3? Now, my question to you is, what do you think of her? My short answer would be, believe her. Believe what you see. Believe what she tells you, because she's going to let you know exactly what's going on. But this is today's topic, so make sure you join the conversation, comment your thoughts, like the video, hype the video so more people can see it, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see the next video, because this channel is really about confidence and clarity. And my name is Bertrand. So let's get back into this video. Most importantly, let's have this conversation. Here we go.
if I told you that I've been divorced 3 times, what does that make you think about me? Be honest. Does it mean that I'm a failure? That I'm a quitter? That I'm a bad mom? That I'm terrible at picking partners? That there's something wrong with me? That I don't take marriage seriously?
Ding, ding, ding. Listen, if it walks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, it is not an elephant, okay? Believe her. She said bad mom. Doesn't take marriage seriously. Phew. Something's wrong with her. Let's see.
Maybe you're thinking all of it. But let me ask you this. If I told you that over the last 17 years, I've been in 3 long-term relationships with people that I built real lives with, you wouldn't blink an eye. That wouldn't sound crazy to you. You wouldn't.
Yes, it does. 17 years, 3 divorces in 17 years. Listen, do y'all know how long it takes to get a divorce finalized? Because I've been divorced.
Label me. You wouldn't judge me. You wouldn't question my worth. So what's the difference? A piece of paper, a legal contract, the government being involved. That's it. Because somehow when a relationship ends without a marriage certificate, it's called growth. But when a marriage ends, it's called failure. And that says
False.
a lot more about how society is conditioned than it does about me. Because here's the truth. I didn't fail. I had the courage to leave situations that were no longer aligned. I had the self.
Can you imagine trying to have like a logical conversation with this woman? Because the things she's saying aren't making any sense. For instance, within failure, that's where growth is. Like, growth happens after the failure. But she's saying she's not a failure. She's running away from the failure. She's running away from that label. But that's clearly what this is. 3 divorces in 17 years, not 1 relationship for 17 years.
Respect to stop settling. I chose growth over comfort and peace over pretending 3 times. And if that makes people uncomfortable, good. I'm not here to live a life that looks good to other people. I'm here to live a life that feels right to me. So you can keep your labels and you can keep your opinions and you can keep your projections. I'll keep my standards and my boundaries and my self-worth. And the next time you start judging your story based on what other people might think, just remember this. Staying in something that's wrong just to avoid being judged, that's the real failure. Walking away and choosing yourself, that's the fucking win. If I told you that
Walking away and choosing yourself is the real win. Now, this woman is a coach, but I have to say it should be against the law for this woman to ever get married again. And the reason I'm saying that is because 3 divorces in the matter of 17 years is crazy. Because even if you do the math and say, okay, she said she was in long-term relationships with guys, right? That means if we just do the math, right? If we just evenly divide it up, that means at least 5 years for each guy. Now, that being said, as a man who's been divorced, I've been married and divorced, I can tell you it takes time to get divorced. So that makes me ask, how long were you actually with each individual guy? And was that guy like somewhere in the picture while she was dealing with the previous husband?
My affair completely shifted the way that I view love today. The way that that man saw me, and to a degree still does, even though we don't speak, we don't have an actual relationship anymore. I just know the energy that exists there.
In my head, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, you've been divorced 3 times. Is she even entertaining being married a 4th time? Because she talked about having the courage to walk away. And I'm saying, courage? Like, if you were pretending, which she said she was pretending, so we have to make sure we have a context of what pretending is or what it could be. Lying, right? She was lying. Acting as if she really wanted to be with that guy when she really did not. Imagine how those men feel.
To pay a prostitute so she leaves when we're done, rather than sit here and put a bunch of money into a chick.
She has destroyed 3 men's hearts. But the best thing about that is her walking away, because she freed those men. Now, here's the messed up part. We hear women say stupid stuff like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe you're not over your ex, or oh my God, you should go back to your ex. And you're like, wait, why enough would I go back to this woman, right? The things that she's saying only really make sense to her. But you know what? I have to take that back, because in the comments, there are women supporting this message. In fact, this woman is a coach. This woman is coaching other women. So fellas, when you're trying to figure out what the hell happened in my marriage, what the hell happened in my relationship, she was influenced by other women. Now, looking at this woman, I'm like she's literally just a woman. Right? Like, she's not like gorgeous or super duper highly attractive. Like, she's literally just a woman, meaning she's the safe choice. She's the woman that you say, you know what? I don't think any other man is gonna like want her or pursue her, or, you know, like no other man is gonna look at this woman and say, you know what? I got to have her. If you do, it's not gonna be like all the men, like every man. Like, you're not gonna think that you're gonna be in a long-term fight for keeping this woman. But what you don't know is this woman is fighting for her freedom. Being divorced 3 times over 17 years is crazy to me, because of the time that it takes to get the divorce finalized. Right? Like, that's what's tripping me out, because she's making it sound like she was in long-term relationships. Here on this channel, I say, you know what? A long-term relationship in today's time is like 2 to 3 years, right? Like, it is no longer even close to 17 years. 17 years, we can all agree that that's a long time. But 5 or below, like, you're still getting to know the person. You're still trying to figure out what's going on and what makes them tick. And they are even experiencing life, and they're figuring out how they are reacting to life and how they're going to do things now, because things constantly change, especially every 5 years. Which label would you put on this woman? A wife, a companion, a fun girl, or a gold digger? Now, again, you guys heard what this woman said. She asked if she was a bad mom. She said that, not me. She said, is there anything wrong with me? Most older, experienced men would say, you know what? If that woman is single, there's something wrong with her, right? Now, if you're listening, or if you listened to what she said, she told you everything. She is the problem, right? Not only is she the problem, she's going to continue to create problems. Why? Because she's acting, she's pretending as if she's something that she is not. That's why I said in the beginning, believe her, right? If that woman wants to be a wife, believe her, but also believe the other things she says. And make sure you believe her actions, because we live in a time where women are free. Women still don't really get any shame. Women are allowed to do whatever they want to do, and nobody is blaming them. She's not even taking blame for having 3 divorces in 17 years. Listen, again, even if you even that out and say, okay, 5 years with each guy, well, there's still time that it takes to get those divorces. Now, fellas, whenever you hear a woman talking about living up to her standards, or not crossing boundaries or being aligned, I need you to understand what she's explaining to you is the relationship with her is very temporary, which means you got to be careful of what you invest in this woman. I get it. If you want children and you believe that this is the woman that you want to have children with, cool. No issue with that, right? But it sounds like the reason this woman needed courage to leave situations she was pretending like she loved to be in is because maybe she was worried about or concerned with what she could accumulate over time, right? Because when a woman has been divorced twice, oh, she understands the entire divorce process. She may even know the laws. She may even know exactly what she needs to do to get you to look a certain way so that she can extract or take more from you. So when I thought about it, I said, okay, well, you know what? Everybody takes rejection differently. Everybody takes divorce completely different, especially if you've never been divorced before. As a man who has been divorced, I cringe at the thought of getting married again. Divorced a second time? Oh my God. I'm not saying that it couldn't happen, but I'm saying, oh my God. How do you end up divorced 3 times? And talking about courage or talking about choosing peace or having a problem with saying that you were a failure or that you are a failure, but then talking about growth. Growth comes from failure, right? Meaning, okay, you didn't reach your goal this time. So now you got to go back to the drawing board, come up with a new plan and go after that goal again. And you keep going after that goal until you reach the goal. That's growth. That's progress. But what she's talking about, I'm just like, man, can you imagine what it's like to live with this woman on a day-to-day basis? Like, when does she actually shift on you? When does she actually change on you? Like, when does this happen? Because it seems like she either gave these guys ultimatums that they didn't want to deny, meaning, oh my gosh, I'm pregnant. That means we got to get married. Or, oh my gosh, the way you're jumping up and down on me, we cannot just be boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, we have to get married because I am somebody's wife, right? Like, those are the ultimatums that I've heard, right? And I'm like, no, absolutely not. Because who wants to deal with a divorce? I don't. I already did it. And I can tell you guys, it's a process you do not enjoy. This woman is crazy. That lets you know that there is something wrong with this woman. She also lets you know that she was acting and pretending. But the scariest part is the women who agreed with her, the women in the comment section who are saying things like, yeah, me too. Oh my gosh, somebody else who feels the way that I feel. Oh my gosh, I've been doing the same thing. Oh my gosh, I was so glad when I got out of my marriage. And I'm like, wow. The crazy thing about that is men want sex, not marriage. Men want sex, not committed relationships. Now, I will say this. A lot of us, we do get territorial, right? Because if you have a kid with this woman, the majority of men at least have a fatherly instinct where they at least want to be around, or at least will pretend as if they want to be around. All this being said, my issue was really with the women and the fact that she's saying that she's not a failure and that potentially she's not a bad mom. She brought that up, not me. Here on this channel, what I encourage men to do is to become the best version of yourself, to accept what women are doing, because we live in a different time. Most importantly, adapt to what women are doing, because you do not want to be stuck in the corner looking out the wall and complaining to the wall about what's going on. You want to be out here living your life, whatever that means to you, whatever things that are fun to you. For me, I'll give you guys a few examples. Me, I'm a basketball guy. So going to sporting events, great. I love it. Being on jet skis, great. I love it. Being out in the world, traveling around, seeing different people, getting myself immersed in different cultures, right? Creating new connections with people. those are the things that I enjoy, and those are just small things that I thought of off the top of my head. But my question to you guys is, what do you think? Am I tripping? Is 3 divorces in 17 years acceptable to you? Comment your thoughts under this video. Also, make sure if you made it this far in the video that you like the video, subscribe to the channel for more confidence and clarity, and most importantly, you hype the video so more people get to see this, because this is crazy. But I'll check you guys on the next one. Peace.